On April 3rd, 2019, a brand new snapshot for Minecraft Java Edition was released by Mojang. Right on the cusp of their April Fool's Day release, the snapshot, once again like the 19W13 release before it, seemed fairly empty, until further inspection that is. Interesting features continue to make their way into Minecraft, and it's obvious some of them, while they certainly look like glitches, are actually meant to potentially be mainstay staples of the game. What am I talking about though? Well, you'll see. While things like mob spawning and changes to raids have once again been made, some features way further down the tunnel may or may not be getting thought up by Minecraft's developers, and in this video, we're gonna trek down that tunnel, showing you the potential of what Minecraft's newest snapshot, 19W14A, has up its sleeve. While you'll definitely expect some of the snapshot's newest features, I'm certain that you'll be shocked by the possibilities as we go further down the rabbit hole. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Everyone's favorite Minecraft feline friends, aside from the now outdated ocelots, have been updated. Cats, officially, now spawn naturally inside of villages rather than being spawned only upon world generation. What this presumably means is now the amount of beds in a village doesn't necessarily affect the spawning of the mob. When generating the world, the mobs will also, presumably, not be limited. Even if you've tamed every cat within a village, if my assumptions are correct, more will spawn. Mojang's official wording on the website is pretty simple, stating cats can now spawn naturally in villages and not just upon world generation. So hopefully this assumption is correct. It'd be nice to see a village and just know that cats will spawn there, and it's definitely better than going into a jungle and praying to find an ocelot like we currently have to do in the Minecraft 1.13 version of the game. And while we're on the topic of ocelots though, they really do need something. In 1.14, they do nothing at all. They are officially on polar bear levels of uselessness. I understand that, like foxes, we can get them to trust us and gain confidence so they won't run away from us, but that honestly just seems like a cop-out. Make the ocelot and hopefully the fox tameable. The trust system isn't a bad idea to make those mobs tameable. In fact, I have an entire video about that idea that you can check out in the card in the top right of the screen about foxes. It's not about feeding an ocelot a fish and having an ocelot pet. It's about domesticating it correctly. Feel free to check that video out after this video. Moving away from animals and onto our more human enemies, pillagers have officially been changed, and I definitely think that this one might be for the better. In the last snapshot, during raids, pillagers were able to fully open doors. While the results were hilarious and shockingly deafening with the amount of doors opening and closing, Mojang has since changed this, and it makes sense. First off, from a technical standpoint, two mobs' AI were competing for doors. When one would open the door, the other would often close it, fighting back and forth while both mobs tried to make a decision. That one's a big no-no. Secondly, villagers were outnumbered and outstrengthened. Villagers, aside from you and the Iron Golem, can't really defend themselves. All they have is their homes. Considering that their hiding places were being infiltrated, the villagers would run outside into the open, getting killed more often than not. That just wasn't going to work. While it was definitely a cleaner raid system, this one feels more refined and seems more evenly matched with the new changes. There are changes I'd still like to have made, but overall, I think we might be nearing the finalization of the rating system. On a related note to Pillagers, however, Pillager Outposts can no longer spawn inside of villages. This was a glitch that was happening in certain cases, essentially killing off the homes before they ever had the chance to survive and thrive. Not to mention, also kind of ruining the general aesthetic of that build beforehand anyways. Pillager Outposts have also been changed in the way that they work in super flat worlds, finally being able to be toggled in the custom preset options via Pillager_Outpost. Throughout the intro of this video, you may have been a little bit confused about all of the talks of tunnels, rabbit holes, and more, right? Well, don't worry, we're going to start discussing that now. So, what do all of these items laid out in front of me have to do with tunnels? Well, Let's start slow. In 19W12b, crouching in Minecraft was changed forever. In 19W14a, Minecraft was forever changed again. But how? Well, going back to the items that I previously showed you, you're going to notice a lot of interesting things starting to happen here. If you watched our snapshot video 2 weeks ago, you'll probably remember that you could officially crouch under 1.5 block tall ceilings. If you stopped crouching, you'd stand up in the block. Now, that doesn't actually happen. Player heights in Minecraft officially adapt to the ceiling above them now. Instead of placing your head in a block, you'll continue to look like you're crouched. While you won't retain the crouching speed, you'll actually be able to walk and run at normal speeds, but your height will still be under the 1.5 blocks. Combine this with certain things like running and jumping, and it seems like this might be an extremely fast method of travel at the expense of a lot of hunger. Give it a try with an ice floor underneath your feet. It's pretty fun. If you open up a trapdoor and you happen to be standing in it, you'll automatically begin to crawl. Do the same thing with a regular door and you'll notice similar results. If you stand under a piston and a block gets pushed down, you'll begin to crawl or swim. If you stand under a piston and a slab gets pushed down, then you'll crouch. Riding a horse under slabs, you'll notice that you can crawl and swim while riding the mob. And if you want to get even lower, ride a pig and you can clear 1 block tall holes easily. If you hop into a minecart, you'll notice a glitch that you're always kind of laying down. I assume that this one's going to be fixed, but can only guess that the same ducking mentality is going to be coming to minecarts or any rideable entity. Needless to say, this is all super interesting. They've put so much care into all of this. If you throw an ender pearl under one of these various situations, your height will immediately adjust. Seeing the way that this is working, I genuinely kind of like it. I wouldn't even be opposed to this becoming a mainstay feature. I'd even be down for crawling having an official place in the game after seeing the opportunities that this gives us. If crawling isn't added, this functionality at least should stay. Testing it out, I can immediately see all of the potential. Tunnels, hidden entrances, way to lock progression and adventure maps, the works. I mean, seriously, there's a lot that could be done here, and I think removing it would be a seriously missed opportunity now that we've seen how well it can work. Tweaking, yes. Should we be able to ride into 1 block tall holes on a pig? Maybe not, but at the same time, maybe we should. It's fun and doesn't inherently hurt the game. If anything, it gives us interesting ways to do weird things with the game, and that's usually a plus. On top of all of that, it's a very fun mechanic. And finally, I personally want to address something. I've talked about this in a few videos now, but seeing as it isn't fixed yet, I genuinely feel like it needs to be mentioned again. Teleporting in Minecraft 1.14, for me anyways, is impossible. If I want to teleport millions of blocks out, I have a lot of issues. In the last snapshot, and I tested it in this snapshot, if I want to teleport out large distances, I would type in the command and become stuck in a waiting for chunk state. And then the game would either kick me out of my single player world or just never load up the chunks underneath me. Well, a listed bug fix for the snapshot is literally fixed receiving invalid move player packets and teleporting players to Nan, crashing the world save. That didn't fix the issue that I'm having. Well, I know they're definitely working on it. There are still glaring issues that keep this update, in my opinion, from reaching the prime time. Personally, I think rewriting the rendering engine needs to happen, and that might wind up fixing this problem. I'm not sure. If these problems aren't fully fixed, 1.14 will have a lot of issues that I personally, and a lot of other individuals experiencing these bugs, won't be too happy with. Teleporting large distances in Minecraft shouldn't be some difficult or impossible task. It wasn't a problem in pretty much every other version of Minecraft, and definitely shouldn't be this bad now. Comparing 1.13's teleportation to 1.14's is like comparing a car to a wagon. Sure, they might get you places, but one gets you there a heck of a lot faster, and in this this case, 1.13 certainly won the race, while 1.14 as a car broke down in the middle of the freeway. I don't say this to be rude, but it's definitely a problem that's important to me, so I want to stress this one as much as I possibly can. Mojang, please fix this issue. Please make this one at the top of your priority, because in my opinion, these sorts of commands are vital to the game. But what do you guys think about the changes that arrived with this snapshot? Do you like the idea of being able to crouch and crawl the way that the snapshot has shown it? What ideas do you have? Let me know in the comments section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel, and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.